Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing a DesixKaty tutorial. I know this collection came out about a month ago and I just got it this month because I had some technical difficulties getting it last month. So when it came out this month I was like, gotta get it. Gotta get my hands on it. I've heard such good things about it, so I definitely wanted to come on and share with you my review on it and what I thought about it. I did try this out yesterday before I went to a party, and I gotta say I loved it. Looks so good. It's definitely great for a night out, but I'm very excited to be filming with you guys. I know it's been a while since I have been on here, and as you can tell there's been a lot of changes. The first change, you know, my hair. I decided to go lighter in the fall. I know it's kind of backwards. Usually you go lighter in the summer, darker in the fall, but I just decided to switch it up. I've had dark hair for like 4 years now, so I figured it was time for a change. So I thought, why not change my hair, get back on here, start doing more videos for you guys, and just get the ball rolling, you know? So yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and say thank you for sticking with me. For those that are still subscribed and paying attention to what I do, I truly appreciate it. And for now, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty guys, so we'll go ahead and get started. So I already have my foundation on. I have my eyebrows somewhat, well, they're done, but they're just not set yet because I'll set them at the end. But I have my eyes primed. I use the MAC 24-hour Extend Eye Base, and I set it with a color. Don't mind how dirty this palette is. It's literally been like my go-to for the last couple weeks, but I set my primer using this bad boy right here. So I just set my eyelids. I'm going to take a Morphe M511 brush. This brush is a little bit dirty, but this same brush I've used past couple days with this look. And I'm just going to go into these two colors right here. So I'm just going to kind of mix these two. I'm going to start these as my transition shade. So I'm just going to lightly bring this into the outer edge of my eye and bring it in forward. Just like that, just to build up this transition shade to prepare my eyes for the darker colors. You can see there, you kind of, this one you don't really have to be precise with. I'm just gonna keep dipping it into that color, go into the outer part of this eye here, work my way forward.
Sticking to the mission, yeah, sticking to the mission. Rain and shine every time, no matter the condition. I keep my head on lock, I got that shit in a submission. Cause it's all about the dream, all about the dream. Whoa.
Now I'm going to go into the Morphe 35O matte palette, and I love this palette because it is all matte. And I'm going to go ahead and go into this shade right here and this one down here, and I'm just going to mix the two so I can deepen up that crease. Now I'm just going to take it like slightly below where I placed that, where I started with the transition shade, and just work it into my crease area. So you can see here, it's quite the color, and it just deepens up that crease so that we have a really nice dark lid. I'm going to go ahead and take an M504 brush, and I'm just going to blend the edges out a little bit just so that they're not so hard.
The only thing that matters is the only thing that matters, and that's succeeding. So if it don't,
I'm going to go in with a Morphe R38 brush. It's like a nice precision brush, and I'm going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to go ahead and pick up these two colors here, and I'm going to deepen up that crease just so it gives it a more smoky effect. So just tapping off the excess and then going right below that color and just kind of tapping this in so I don't place too much product into the corners of my eyes. I'm just going to kind of work it very slowly so that way I'm not putting on a whole bunch at one time, and then kind of going over that same place where we placed the crease color. You can see it's deepening up a bit. Just going back into the color again. Doing the same thing on the other eye. Now that I feel like that's all blended out, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Morphe M421 brush. It's like the small angled brush. And I'm going to take my MAC Select Cover Up in NW25. Any concealer that you have would work perfectly fine. I'm just using this one because it's nice and sheer and it does the job. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, grab some on my finger, and I'm just going to kind of pull and tug at the eyelid so that I can get a nice clean cut crease. I have to look a little bit closer. But so I can get a nice clean cut crease feel without having, you know, to do a cut crease. I learned this from Desi Perkins, of course, but it's a great trick and it gives that sharp effect to the eye, and all you have to do is use a little bit of concealer, so that makes it easier for you if you're just starting out or if you're learning to, you know, you can make a mess on your eye and then you can just clean up the lid space for your base color with concealer. So I really like this trick, and it really helps clean your look up. So see, that's kind of what that one is versus the other one. And then I'm just going to do the same thing and place the concealer on my eye, kind of tug, so that this concealer is placed all over, and it makes for a nice smooth shade, and I'm just kind of working it in to the rest of my eye. Once you kind of lay it down, you can start blending it outwards. I'm going to place more shadow on the edges so it's not like rough. Just concealer completely placed there so it looks more like we actually did the work of a cut crease. But for now, at least that's what you want it to look like. So you can see I'm going into the Girls palette by DesixKaty. This is such a beautiful palette. I literally received it maybe 2 days ago, and let me tell you, I was obsessed. So this is what the palette looks like. So here we have Suze, Noli, Turbo Sun, and Harpoon, and these colors are beautiful. Like, I don't know if you can see like just how pretty they are. They're so gorgeous. These two are meant to be, can be used normally, so you can apply them with your finger or brush, and then these other two are meant to be used wet, so they give this very like glowy type of just beautiful effect on the eyes, and they're to die for. So I love this palette. Glad I bought it. So I'm going to go ahead and just with my finger, I'm going to dip into Turbo Sun. So Turbo Sun, I'm going to grab some generously on my finger, and I'm just going to place that same spot we use concealer, and I'm going to do the same motion as if I had the brush in my hand, except I'm just placing it on the lid where the concealer is, and I'm just kind of placing all over so you can see how beautiful that color is. Just with your finger and no product added, it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. And to where I can't get my finger because I do have nails, I'm going to just go in with that shader brush that we use to carve it out and place the rest of the color. But for the most part, I can get it all with my finger, except for like some slight areas. So you can see there how beautiful that color is. And then doing the same thing, going back into Turbo Sun and just pulling, tugging, placing and pulling downwards to disperse that color. Kind of like blending it outwards. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab that same shader brush that we used to clean up the eye. And I'm just going to place this right where the spots that I couldn't get with my finger. So there's a little bit down here, a little bit right here. And it's just beautiful. So you can see just how pretty that color is. It's so rich and just beautiful, beautiful. It is blended. I'm going to grab this brush that has no name and no number, and I'm going to go into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just grabbing this light shade right here at the top. I'm going to place this in the inner corner just to give it that pop of color so that the eye really stands out. So you have there, you can see how dramatic it is. I'm going to still blend that out, and I'm going to place this on the brow bone just to give it that nice glow, if you will. I'm really just going to wear my brow in so you can see how pretty that color is. And then again with another brush that has no name, I'm just going to buff this color out just so it's not like a big white dot. Then I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes because my lashes are tiny. I'm just doing what I gotta do and sticking to the mission. Yeah, I do this every day. You know that's a given. I'm going to start my gel liner. So for my gel liner, I use two things. So I use my Morphe G11 brush. So it's like this angled precision brush. I use the Maybelline Eye Studio eyeliner in Blackest Black. This stuff is amazing. And I use a Morphe M160 1/16 brush to clean up the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and do my liner really quickly. For me, liner is fairly quick unless I mess up. So I just dipping into the brow product, I'm just going to go ahead and line my upper part first. Sorry, I need a closer mirror to see what I'm doing. And the last thing I need to lose control right now, cause the only thing that matters is the goal right now. So I'm giving it all of my heart and soul right now. Yeah, the homie there. I like to line the corner right here. So I usually line it at the end of my eye where my eyelid ends, and just taking it back towards my eyebrow. So bringing it back like that way and just leaving it like that. And of course we're gonna go back in and clean it up, so it's okay if it's not perfect. And doing the same thing on the other eye. And with some more gel products on there, I'm just going to now connect these two together to make my wing. And bring that forward. So you can see just how easy, and then of course I'll fill in the parts that don't have gel. I just want to make sure my liner is what I want it to be before I completely fill it in. I got riches, I got bitches, got it all right now. And I just pray that I don't lose it, cause I live for something much bigger than the music. I do this for my family and the people that I die for, cause they expect for me to pop off every year July. So I'm on that, you know I stay on that. Every day I do this shit and that's how bad I want that. Wake up every morning and I tell myself to get it. I realize what I'm living for without a stay committed, stay committed. Whoa, I stay true to the shit, I ain't new to the shit. Time for the shit, I would die for the shit, yeah. So now that the liner is completely on and it's to my liking, go ahead and take my concealer brush and the same concealer that I use to clean up my eyes, I'm going to place on the back of my head as well. And I'm just taking a small little dot size amount and I'm just dipping the brush back and forth. And I'm just going to clean up the edges there so that it's a nice sharp wing. A little trick in case you can never perfect your wing like I can, because I never can. You just use that And I just like to bring it down so it'll blend in with the concealer that I'm going to use under my eye. And it's not like one random white stripe on your face. I'll do the same with the other eye. I'm going to go in with Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color medium. I just picked this up the other day and I don't know how I feel about it yet. I haven't really worn it that much, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this around, of course, under my eyes to highlight. I use this color to conceal and highlight. I feel like it's light enough to do so, so I'm just going to go ahead and place this under my eyes, of course. But I don't know how I feel about it yet. I feel like maybe my skin's too dry for it right now, or it's just too dry for me. So we'll see. I mean, I love the coverage, but as far as the actual concealer itself, I don't know yet. So I'll have to get back to you. But I'm just going to go ahead and buff this out with my beauty sponge. Just the Real Techniques or a cosmetic sponge. I'm not too sure. I want to say it's Real Techniques, but I'm just blending this all out, pouncing and pressing forward, not swiping. And then you can also, while you're doing this, you can blend that concealer that's by your eyeliner and really blend it in so it looks like you did nothing. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with MAC Next to Nothing powder, pressed powder in Light Plus. I love this powder. I used to always bake my under eyes, but then I started using this powder and I love it. It's so lightweight and it's just gorgeous. So if you have the chance to pick it up, you definitely should. If not, Laura Mercier translucent powder, good to go to as well. But this powder is like everything to me, and I'm using a Morphe E3 brush to set it. Set my face. I'm going to go ahead and use the same powder in medium plus and a Morphe G7 brush. I'm just going to set where I didn't place concealer and just kind of work that down my neck. So just placing it there, running it through my brows just so that the color is what I want it to be. So we have that. This powder is so nice though. So lightweight and you really don't feel that it's that heavy when you put it on. So that's what I love about it. Favorite part about my makeup like ever, because this is just, I love doing this, my highlight of course. So I'm going to go in with these two highlights. So the DesixKaty collection, of course, in these highlighters in Fuego and Mirame. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Like you guys are about to see right now the magic in these two. So I mix them, but I mean, shoot, you really just need one. So I'm going to start off with Mirame. So I'm going to take a Morphe M601 brush, and I'm just picking up a lot. And I'm going to place this right on the cheekbones. Can you see that? Like, hello. Beautiful. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. I love this highlight. It's gorgeous. And it's just, it looks like it, like literally in person and on camera, it looks like you're just like glowing. It doesn't look like dramatic highlight. So I love it. I'm just placing this on my cheekbones, just bringing it up. And I'm going to also place this in the center of my nose just to give it that extra glow. Also bringing it around my forehead because, let's be honest, I want to glow everywhere. So I'm just taking that and bringing that around there. So you can see just how intense these highlights are. So that's just with Mirame, okay? We're gonna apply a little bit of Fuego. I mean, I'm probably going overboard, but when it comes to highlight, there's never enough. So just applying a little bit of Fuego on the cheeks there, and a little bit on this side as well. So love. So now going into bronzer, I'm using MAC blunt, this color here, and a Morphe M403 just to warm up the skin. So I'm just taking that and kind of brushing it into that highlight and blending it upwards. So even though I want a dramatic highlight, so it's not too dramatic. I'm just doing the same for the other side. And then of course going above on my forehead just to kind of slim that down and also give me some color. And then just bringing it up. I love making sure that I'm nice and bronze and not like crazy. I'm going to grab the MAC Glow With It Extra Dimension Skin Finish, and I'm just going to use this. This one's more of like a shimmery bronzer. I'm just going to use this to really blend into my highlight so it doesn't look like crazy. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with some Nye Luxury Banana Powder, and I'm just going to use this to clean up my contour, and I'm going to let this bake while I'm doing my eyelashes, or my doing the rest of my finishing up my eyes. I'm going to let this bake, so I'm just going to place this right below my contour just to sharpen it up a bit. So just placing all around there. And also placing it opposite side, kind of linking it together so you have a nice even contour and there's no excess there. And then I also like to place it around my chin. And I'm going to go ahead and put some mascara on my eyes so my eyes don't look so bald. I'm using the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara. It has a nice wand. I've loved this mascara since it came out. Rain and shine every time, no matter the condition. I keep my head on lock, I got that shit in a submission. Cause it's all about the dream, all about the dream. Whoa. Mascara on both eyes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go into my setting my brows. So I'm gonna set my brows with Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Love this stuff. You can never go wrong with setting your brows. Mine don't usually go crazy throughout the day, but just to be on the safe side, I like to set them. And I got here. I like to set them, so just brushing them out like I would normally, and then just kind of bringing that to the side. And with the brow gel, it kind of diffuses any like harsh lines that you may have in your brows or that you may have created while you were doing them. So I like using brow gel because it makes them look more hair-like and less drawn in. So just a little tip. So then going in with that and just kind of brushing at the front. And I like using this brush to really set the front of my brows too, because it makes it, like I said, look more natural and look more like those are your brows and you didn't draw them in. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my falsies. So these are ones that I just took out of the box yesterday, so of course they're not in the box all nice and pretty like most people. And I'm using Koko lashes in the style Demi G. These are really beautiful lashes. I love them. They're my favorite. If you can see here, let me just take away. You can see here they're nice, flared, beautiful. Maybe this way. Pretty lashes. They're pretty thick, not too crazy though, so they're not going to be like, oh my gosh, but they're gonna make the eye look stand out. What goes on? just pressing them to the lashes so that they're really like stuck on there with the mascara, the eyelash glue, and everything, and so they're more so blended in. And if you can hear my parents yelling at the TV, I truly apologize. They're being so rude right now, and they know I'm filming. But just so that everything can kind of mold together. The other lash. And popping this bad boy on.
I stay true to the shit, I ain't new to the shit. I put in time for the shit, I would die for the shit. Yeah, I do this every day, you know that's a given. Put in time and time again, that's just how I'm living. I'm out handling my business, I'm committed to the vision. I'm just doing what I gotta do and sticking to the mission. Yeah, I do this every day, you know that's a given. Put in time and time again, that's just how I'm living. I'm out handling my business, I'm committed to the vision. I'm just doing what I gotta do and sticking to the mission. To the mission. Yeah, sticking to the mission. Rain or shine every time, no matter the condition. I keep my head on lock, I got that shit in a submission. Cause it's all about the dream, all about the dream. Whoa. Yeah, sticking to the mission. Rain or shine every time, no matter the condition. I keep my head on lock, I got that shit in a submission. Cause it's all about the dream, all about the dream. Whoa. Yeah, I do this every day, you know that's a given. Put in time and time again, that's just how I live.
So now we have the lashes on, and you can see the difference that it makes. It really brings the look together. So I love my eyelashes. Like I can't do a look with no eyelashes. It just doesn't work. So that's the look right there with lashes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my MAC powder and my brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away this bakage. You can see just how cleaned up it looks. It just looks so much sharper and just beautiful. And I love this powder because it kind of adds a highlight to it as well. And then with that same brush, I'm just going to go over the tops of my foreheads just to make sure I don't have bronzer helmet or anything going on like that. And then just going over these areas, make sure they're all blended. So you can see just how well that bakage kind of brought everything together, made everything look nice and clean and sharp. I'm going to go ahead and go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to use this reddish toned color here, this one, along with this one and this one, mix all three, and I'm just going to place that on my lower lash line. Don't get intimidated with the red color, it's just going to add a nice pop of brown red into the eye look. So I'm just really placing that to where I can smoke it out. You see there? Just really gives this look that smoky edginess that it needs. I'm just placing on the other eye as well. Same colors. I try to not have too much product on my brush, otherwise it's just going to fall to your under eyes and it's not going to be pretty. So I just try to kind of tap in and go away. So now that I have that placed, I'm going to go ahead and use that same brush that we used to clean up the inner corner highlight. I'm just going to go ahead and use that around my eyes here, just to make sure that there's no fallout and there's no excess product. I'm just going to, and just so that we can blend that lower lash line together as well. So just doing like that. And I'm going to take the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara again, and I'm going to go ahead and coat my lower lashes, just so I don't look bald there.
I stay true to the shit, I ain't new to the shit. Time for the shit, I would die for the shit. Yeah, I do this every day, you know that's a given.
What's up, babe? ¿Qué pasa?
You look glowing, girl.
Am I glowing?
Yeah, that shit's hard though.
You like
Hey, you kind of look like the old you right now.
the old me?
Yeah, like when you used to have the fucking like that little cat face or some shit.
Cat face. What's that supposed to mean?
You kind of look like a cat.
I went ahead and applied my highlighter on the Cupid's bow, and then I went in and applied No Shade by Joseph Colors as well. It's a pretty nude color right here, very beautiful. So I just applied that, and then I went ahead and topped it off with Over the Top gloss. This gloss is literally beautiful, like, oh my gosh, gorgeous. Like, it's so glittery, so beautiful. It goes on top of anything. Like, it's just gorgeous, and it smells amazing. So I went ahead and applied that, and I also sprayed my face with Fix Plus before it started like settling and not looking good. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I do. I know I love this collection. If you are thinking about getting it, I believe they're gonna have a restock in October sometime. So when they do, jump on it because it's so good. I would definitely recommend all of it. It's super good, super pretty. Desi and Katy really killed this collection. It's beautiful. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less from them, but yeah, it's definitely one of my top collections that I have purchased. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below, and I will be back for a new video very soon. I'm not going to take as many breaks as I have been in the past. I plan to be consistent with it and get it done for you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.